Great. So I'm just going to start by reading what the full moon is, which is on the 27th. I believe it's at 1 something in the morning, Mountain Standard Time or Pacific Standard Time. You'll have to look, November 27th. Okay, so it says the full moon in Gemini's chatty, outgoing sign would probably be one of the easiest ones to navigate if it weren't for the fact that mighty Mars gets involved. Emotions tend to run high during any full moon. However, with the planet of aggression and completion opposing this lunar event, tension could be unignorable. Plus, and there is a plus side, Mars will help you assess goals more objectively and draw upon what motivated you to succeed in the past. The full moon in Gemini brings the end to a chapter related to thinking about and planning goals, or maybe one in particular. Now, Mars rolls up its sleeves to say, thinking time is over. I'm here to get your action plan underway. So, as that is happening, I want you to just consider what there is for you to complete, and we're going to go ahead and start our meditation with eyes closed. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale out. Notice any places that it can go and help to shake out anything that's a little sleepy. Take another deep breath in. And as always, as you exhale that which does not serve you, which is for your highest good to release right now. And now I want us to go ahead and send that breath down to the base of your spine, to your tailbone. And with your next inhale, you're going to just intend that you're going to bring in some earth energy up from your open feet chakras right up to your tailbone. And with your exhale, you're going to exhale out through your tailbone, sending down, grounding. So we're going to just intend that we're breathing in earth energy up our legs, up our open feet chakras, right up our shins, our knees, our thighs, across our hips. And with your exhale out down through a tail as if you are a kangaroo. And you can sit back on that tail and just feel any tension that's in your body drop down so that you are supported rather than being on stilts. You're now on a stool. Just intend that you have that circuit happening tonight with your breathing. And then with that awareness and that knowing, you can release that which is to your highest, for your highest good in this moment to release. And replenish with that delicious earth energy that you're bringing up from the center of the earth through your feet channels. And now, just for fun, because I'm observing it's a little sluggish, we're going to just flip the switch. And instead of bringing up earth energy up our legs and down through our grounding tailbone, we're going to actually have earth energy come up through our grounding tailbone and shoot down our leg channels. Notice how it can go in either direction. You can just call it and say how you want it. And if it's still feeling sluggish, let's have that be an energy like water. Let's bring some water grounding from the center of that largest body of water in the center of the earth. It's actually the largest body of water is in the center of the earth. You can bring that all the way up through your grounding. You can feel it. It wants to just kind of shoot all the way up and clear your shoulders and your head, and then just wash straight down through your legs. Just like you're taking a shower, an internal shower of grounding. It's very appropriate to use water because the moon being full regulates our bodies of water, and your body is a body of water. Just notice where you had a king tide and when you had low tide, and it's all good. Resetting your body and your grounding to be clear. Good, that feels good now. So now when you're ready, we're going to just go ahead and gently flip that switch again. And now we're going to return to the original circuit of grounding with energy coming up our legs and pouring down through our grounding. And then just notice how that just kind of became an easier flow, right? Good. We'll just intend that that circuit is continuing all through tonight. And let's actually intend it until the very next new moon. So when the full moon is complete, that means that everything is a full circle. You have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And now you get to evaluate and see, is this the outcome that you wished for? Is there anything that is missing, wanted, and needed so that you can let that go? Bring in that new intention of what you would like to have happen with the integration of what it is that you worked on. You can feel that fullness that's within your body, like this is the high tide. And with your exhale, you can just send anything you want to go down in that grounding, out with the tides. So good. Let's go out above your head and send out that beautiful golden net, like Spider Person, Spider Woman, Spider Man. And send out that net out into the universe, into all places, past and present, anywhere that is not right now in this very moment, and get that golden net to scoop up all the bits and parts of yourself that you left wherever, in your thoughts, in your car, in your bed, in your kitchen, in the supermarket, at Thanksgiving. Bring that all back in that beautiful golden net and have your energy be gold. Just notice how beautiful and sparkly it is above your head. And with your next inhale, we're going to just let that start to shower down like rain. And it can fill up your space, washing away anything that needs to be released that's for your highest good in this present moment. Have it wash down into your grounding. It mixes with that beautiful artesianal water that's coming from the earth. How cool is that? Having that earth waterfall coming up your legs and down your grounding, and then having gold waterfall added to it, glistening. So beautiful. Let that all wash straight down to the center of the earth, in that beautiful place where you have your name signed in gold. And if it needs to be refreshed, you can go ahead and grab a beautiful golden pearlescent golden pen, and you can sign your name once again and have that be the marker of your spot. So beautiful. And have that all start to come right back up with nice, fresh, and clear. So as it starts to ground down and pour out of your body, any energetic charge, positive or negative, starts to go ahead and flow and get absorbed by Mother Earth. And as that energy goes back up, nice and clean, it is neutral, bringing with it the neutrality of the earth so that you have balance. Very good. Now we're going to bring those two beautiful swirly energies of the artesianal earth water and your beautiful gold life force energy that you scooped up that's in present time. Let's go ahead and swirl that around your first chakra at the base of your spine. Swirl it and dump it and clear anything that's in there that is not serving you, that is for your highest good to do right now in present time. And yes, your spirit might want to do more. And what we're going to do is we're going to just go slow and easy and only trust that what is in your highest good with ease and grace, that's what you let go of. There you go, nice and slow. Have that swirl with your beautiful life force energy gold. You're going to make your chakra so that it looks like a beautiful martini glass, but only the the top part. It doesn't have to be skinny so much in the back. You're going to just have that be nice and swirly, because it is a vortex, draining out that which does not serve you. And we're going to go ahead and set the aperture, the opening, the dilation of your first chakra to the space of safety, whatever that setting is. Go ahead and set that to you being safe as you are. And now we're going to do the same thing with your second chakra, which is just at your belly button, maybe a little below in your reproductive area. We're going to bring that beautiful artesianal water and your life force energy of gold, and you're going to go ahead and swirl it around and clear out that cup just like a martini glass. You're going to just swirl it and pour, and with your inhale, you're going to fill up that chakra with gold and with that artesianal blue water. I'm saying it's blue because that's the color I saw, but it can be any color that works for you. And swirl it all around and pour it out. Set that second chakra, which is about healthy relationships, emotions, and creativity. And we're going to set that to a healthy relationship, whatever that setting is, that is for your highest good in this moment, for yourself first, and then healthy relationships with others in a safe place. So it's building on your first chakra energy. They are connected and linked as you are with your body. Great. And we're going to come up to your third chakra. We're going to go ahead and bring that beautiful artesianal water and your life force energy gold. We're going to swirl it around your third chakra. Third chakra is at your solar plexus, or just in that place where your diaphragm is, just underneath your rib cage. And that's your place of power, your own strength, who you are for yourself in the world. We're going to go ahead and run some beautiful gold from your life force energy and some artesianal water and let that swirl around. And just notice that this is where the engine is for you energetically, that has your energy systems get what they need, the percentage that they need. Swirl out and dump out that which does not serve you for your highest good with ease and grace in this moment. And you're going to go ahead and set your third chakra to the aperture opening, like the pupils of an eye. You're going to set that to vitality for where you need it to be right now, whether you're in someone else's home or your own, wherever you are. Notice the amount of energy that you need when you're about to run a marathon is different than the amount of energy you need when you're about to go to sleep. And trust that your chakras and your body knows exactly what you need, how much, how little, the pace, the percentage, the volume. Great. Now we're going to come up to the fourth chakra. We're going to use some of that beautiful gold from your life force energy. Notice how wide you all have your heart chakras at. Really, really wide. So we're going to go ahead and bring that life force energy and that beautiful artesianal water, and we're going to just flush and clear out your heart chakra and all the places. And notice that your heart chakra also extends out through your arms and out your hands. And we're going to just go ahead and flush it all the way through heart and hands, clearing whatever you need, whatever's for your highest good to do. Notice how very wide at times our heart chakras can be when we are empathetic and when we are taking on so much. And consider that having a heart chakra like a pupil that is fully dilated, that's going out into the blazing sun, can actually be somewhat blinding. So you want to actually go ahead and let your heart chakra aperture not be as dilated, have it close down a little bit so that it is at the setting of compassion. And swirl around that beautiful gold and that beautiful water. Swirl it and clear it and pour it out, and just let your heart chakra rest a little. Notice what the setting would be if it was compassion for others. Notice what the setting would be if it was compassion for yourself. And whatever that difference is, meet in the middle. So go ahead and set your heart chakra to the setting of compassion for yourself first, and then others. And just notice what that feels like. Compassion for yourself and others, with you having vitality in a healthy relationship with yourself and others in safety. So you're building from all of the chakras, working your way up in a grounded space. And now we're going to come up to the fifth chakra, self-expression. Yay! Go ahead and swirl and gargle some of that beautiful pearlescent, it's not pearlescent gold, but we can add pearlescent gold because that's one of my favorites. With gold from your life force energy and the artesianal water, swirl it and clear it, and all those words that are stuck in your throat that other people may have spoken, or that you might have spoken, or that they haven't been yet communicated, or you've thought about them, or other people's thought about them. Words. We're just going to take that water and wash it all out. Wash out all that inky stuff. Let it all just flow down into the grounding. Anything you release, you know that you can get back. It's super easy, but you don't actually need to hold it in your body. You can trust that it'll be there when and if you need it. Yeah, there you go. Swirl up that life force energy and the gold. Notice what the percentage is. How much blue artesianal water, because I like blue, and how much life force energy. And each chakra had a different percentage, like a different recipe. And trust that you'll have it as it needs to be. Now we're going to go ahead and set our fifth chakras in our throat to self-expression and compassion for ourselves and others, with vitality in a healthy, safe relationship that is in your body and holding space. There you go. And now we're going to come up to the sixth chakra, which is our third eye, right in the forehead space. Oh my gosh, so many thoughts, so much analysis happening. Let's go ahead and bring a nice big flush of water from the earth, and let's just go ahead and do a nice brain wash. Washing and scrubbing and clearing all those thoughts. So nice. Notice that if you put your tongue up to the spot at the roof of your mouth, you can actually activate your cerebral spinal fluid. So it can also help to wash your brain with the tides. Oh, so good. Let it all drain out. Whatever is not serving you, that is for your highest good to do right in this present moment. We're going to go ahead and bring in some of that life force energy gold. I'm going to go ahead and set your seventh chakra to wisdom, inner wisdom, trusting that the words that you say to yourself with creative self-expression are full of compassion for yourself and others, that leave you with vitality and a healthy relationship that is safe. Lovely. And now, one of my favorite chakras, although they all are my favorites. You're going to come up to the top of your head, to your seventh chakra. Just at the very, very top, and at the top of your head. That chakra is actually kind of pointing out like a satellite dish. And what you can do is consider that everything you needs to be within you, or is actually within you. There is no need for anything external, only what's internal. So you can go ahead and close down your seventh chakra as you swirl out and swirl all the things and pour it down in through your body, trusting that your seventh chakra, you don't need to seek outside of yourself for the answers. You have that all within you, your inner wisdom. Yes. And I like my seventh chakra, and I invite those who are in my world, as they tend to be highly sensitive, to consider closing down their seventh chakra just to a very low setting. Let that beautiful artesianal water start to pour down with that gold. Put a nice little gold yarmulke hat on top of your head, or a beanie, however, so that you can just kind of keep yourself in and home. And from there, we're going to take some of your beautiful life force energy gold. We're going to set your seventh chakra to staying home. This is the body you chose to be in. This is where your spirit is. Celebrate that exploration in present time. Releasing that which does not serve you right in this moment, that's for your highest good, with ease and grace. And from your seventh chakra coming down, we're going to just go ahead and have a nice, beautiful braid of life force energy. I'm going to add some of your gold. We're going to add some pearlescent gold to the space. And we are going to go ahead and braid a nice cord that will go from the top of your head, swirling through from seventh chakra, coming down to sixth chakra like a bead, come all in line, come down to fifth chakra. That's in your throat, connected to your heart chakra, your fourth chakra. Let's go ahead and connect that to your third chakra at your diaphragm, your solar plexus. Good, and come down to your second chakra, slightly below your belly button, where your reproductive area is. Connect that. And finally to your first chakra at the base of your spine at your tailbone. We're going to go ahead and take that beautiful beaded gold, and we're going to just send it straight down to the center of the earth and anchor it in that place where your name is signed in gold. We're going to tighten it up so it'll be like beads that are just nicely grounded. Bing, 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 lining up. So nice. Excellent. And so now we're going to just intend that that beautiful connection will be there for you until the new moon. And you're going to go ahead and encapsulate yourself and your grounding with some beautiful pearlescent gold that's melting down on the outside of your aura and your body. And you're grounding like a beautiful honey of pearlescent gold, keeping you nicely insulated and intact, having you be safe, having your intentions for the completion and the release as is for your highest good be there. And you're going to go ahead and wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug. And we're going to call this session complete. And for a moment, we're going to just go ahead and create a beautiful globe. Let's put everything that we've had, everything that we've released, everything that we might talk about into that beautiful globe. We'll send that globe down into the center of the earth. Let any energetic charge dissipate. And when that globe is nice and neutral, we'll bring that out into the universe. We'll have that globe greet the moon globe. Hello. And now we're going to have that globe explode out into the universe, gifting back to others their energy and calling back your own. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes.
I was wondering if that was Josine with J9.
Queen Josine herself.
Yeah, we had people in the background too. 4 of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
They were laying down on the ground.
Similar to you, Sammy.
I did. I had to lay down.
Yeah, you were upside down or something.
Yeah, sometimes.
It was beautiful. Thank you, Samira. It was good, good, good. I felt like the gold strand was being my DNA or something.
Perhaps it was. I like that.
I loved the visual again of being the kangaroo, and you shifted the energy, and then you're like, okay, well, now we're going to have it go down. And then as soon as Josine came over, then we had it shoot back up, and I literally just felt like everything open. And as I don't even know how to explain it, but like for each of the chakras that you had us go through, when you got to the heart and you're like, and it's so open, and then we still stirred it up. It just, I don't know, it felt really like, I mean, maybe it's also because the energy from down below, but like I literally felt like something literally like dissolved outside of me. It's almost like watching like particles in the water like kind of just settle out. It felt so good. So thank you.
Okay, you guys want to laugh? I only got the last couple of words that you said because my phone is going wonky. So I'm like, what? Where? I can't hear anything. And it connected to my car.
Oh,
I don't know.
But
I heard it all.
yeah.
it sounds like it was good. That's okay. I'll listen to the recording.
Oh, that's right. We're being recorded. Perfect.
I like the
Yep.
way. Go ahead, Josine.
I was just going to add, we had a lot of beautiful feminine energy tonight with desires. We put out a lot of desires around the room. It was good, good, good. And then we looked at the moon through the binoculars and we're finding the lady in the moon. We had a brand new baby
Yeah.
and 2 youngins. So it was good.
That's so awesome. I don't know if you guys looked out into the moon or not, but next to the moon, but there's a beautiful star, which is actually Jupiter.
Mm.
Oh, it's cloudy
It's
here.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I did see it yesterday. And then I looked it up and it was like, oh, I wanted to know if it was masculine or feminine. And apparently
Mhm.
the moon and the earth, and I think maybe Venus, are the only female celestial.
Mhm.
All the other ones are male. Jupiter's
There's
male.
that too.
Hmm.
Because men were naming things. I can't remember the story.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did get the feminine energy there a few times. There's a lot of safety and encapsulating and protecting and covering. I'm like, come on, you don't have to protect me.
Oh,
Um,
good.
but
Yeah.
but what's that, Josine?
You're using some of the words that were used tonight around the circle. It's weird. You were feeling the feminine energy.
Oh my God, I'm seriously feeling it, and I'm like, come on. You know, there was a little bit of there was some resistance. There was some resistance because I felt like too much feminine. But then you know what I got also is that yeah, I mean I've been using the masculine almost as a whip, you know,
Mm.
like a whip for the horse, you know, kind of thing, yeah, or a whip for myself, you know, like a one of those, you know, religious things that you see on in movies and stuff. And yeah, and it comes from the sensitivity, like sensitive to everything that's going on. And then it's not just sensitive to this, but okay, if I'm gonna be sensitive to this, I'm gonna be sensitive to it all. And then I get overwhelmed and I tend towards sadness and depression and what's the point kind of thing.
Mm.
Mhm.
And then as Samira was talking about the chakras, right? The chakras, right?
Mhm.
But what I also got was this that you know, sadness is a beautiful thing. And sadness can be a gift sometimes. And the sadness comes from love and the love of humanity. So there's a happiness that comes with a sadness. There's a
Mhm.
gratitude that comes with a sadness. I'm so grateful that I'm able to sympathize and empathize and feel people and know that I I do see suffering. Like I do see it. You know, I might not be aligned with it as far as my own suffering, you know, in the sense of I don't want to suffer in order to make them feel better, or I don't want to get in there with them. But I could definitely send love and prayers and empathy. Like I don't have to beat myself over the back because I feel guilty because I'm not suffering as much as they are. It's not a contest. It's not a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all cool. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
There's a,
kind of. Yeah, there's a lot of the masculine going on there. Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
sure. Thank you
You
for
know,
some of yeah.
it's so good because, you know, what you remind me of is how, you know, if humanity is one entire being, like one entire body, each body doesn't have to experience the same thing. Like if you have like a toe infection, your knee doesn't say, "Oh man, I wish I could have as much of an infection as my toe," because you're already infected.
You know
It's
what? Yeah,
already there.
He does.
yeah, and what also comes up is the nobility of suffering,
Mhm.
right? The nobility
It's like,
of of seeing other people go through that because it elevates them
That's
to
the fun, you know what I
a
meant.
certain way of being that only comes from really, really getting in touch with your mortality, you know? Like I'm not afraid of death. I have enough. I'm not afraid of death. That sort of thing. And that's just the human spirit. That's just the human spirit showing up. That's all that is. And I have that too, and we all have that. Yeah.
That's
Well, you're
so
a
good,
first
Sammy.
welcome.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So, so you know what came? This always happens, Sammy. You're so amazing, honey. You know how I love you so much. But what I and not but And what I just got is that suffering for me is my way out. Like, I can't take, there's nothing for me to do because I'm already doing the thing that there is for me to do, which is suffer. I can't be responsible for beyond that, because I'm just kind of imagining like our family specifically, like, where it's like when there is some kind of drama or trauma, the grown-ups always seem to be in this bigger than like huge expression of what their emotions were, which then kind of absolved them from taking any responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I know what you mean. Yes, yes.
Because it's like, oh, our grandfather died, so all the adults are fainting left and right. It's like, what? Who's going to take care of dinner? It can't
Yeah.
be that person because they're fainted. Oh, it can't be that person because they're fainted. Who's going to take care of dinner? The kids will take care of dinner for themselves.
I was gonna say, Samira and her sister's gonna go in the kitchen and cook for everyone.
Oh,
Give 10 minutes, okay.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank
I'm
you for
so
the
glad that you
22
guys were
meditation.
here. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. My pleasure. It was, I wanted there to be an intention for, since this is the end of the Thanksgiving week, and, for everyone to have an intention, but, I just said what there was to say rather than, and having people have an intention. I like having everyone set up their chakras so that, for this slowing down and because the full moon has actually, it isn't fully full, but I usually feel it for 1 or 2 days before and 1 or 2 days later, that it's like once it reaches that peak, then it just starts to dissipate. And then comes the new moon, which you then can have your next intentions. It's almost like, if anybody knows about walking a labyrinth, where you have sort of like all of your woes and whatever it is that you wish to release, you intend that as you walk through back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you get to the center. And then in the center, you surrender and you release and you intend what's new. And then as you come out, it's like refilling yourself in the same way that you've got the full moon, the new moon, and all the cycles and times. It's following that path. At least that's how it is for me. So there are times people will write their intentions on paper. And sometimes if it's the full moon, I tend to like to either submerge it in paper that disappears, and then at the new moon, have it be paper that you burn, but you could also burn it on either time and then just make it as an offering with your intention. Always for the highest good in the present moment,
Yes.
so that there isn't any chance of unintentional energies being present.
Well, we wrote down our intentions tonight. And
Nice.
because it wasn't the new moon, we didn't burn them, but everyone requested that I do a new moon thing. So we're gonna do another new moon and then a full moon, because I was just gonna do a full moon next time. But you guys missed J9 doing. I told him, I go, okay, at the end, I asked her, I said, will you do your I'm calling it parity. For prosperity. Her pros, I said, Janine will just do a little summation of what happened here tonight. And she pulled out everyone's keyword, mixed it up, just, made this beautiful goulash, and then it turned into a steak dinner. And oh my God, and then there was dessert a la mode, and she just kept topping it. And I was like, oh yeah, people were crying, people were cheering, and then she had to run off to the meditation.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah, so we didn't plan it well enough to get everyone on the meditation, because we would have had to give them all the Zoom call ahead
Yeah.
of time, and it was just like, yeah, it didn't work out, but we'll be ready for next time.
Yeah.
But they know about that it happens at 8 a.m. now. They know about Wednesdays and Sundays, so they're like, every night, every
I know.
like, no, but every morning.
Yeah.
Mm.
So is David, did he fall asleep? David, good night. We're giving you little angel kisses, David.
I did not fall asleep.
You're like little kisses.
Woke him up. They're
all over you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here. I'm just listening. I went to an interesting place during the meditation, so it's like, I don't know if it was good or bad or both. It was interesting. So
Mm.
there was a point that was, I guess, I probably should have looked at it as scary, but I'm not a person to get scared easily, but it was like, in my mind, it was supposed to be a scary place. So it was a little different actually, but
Oh, wow.
I enjoyed it.
Which
Didn't mean
chakra was it? Which chakra did you experience that in, David?
it was like at the end.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm.
it was
We have
like
a visual on that.
when when we sent the globe into the earth, I was
Oh.
already in the earth.
Okay.
So it was like I was already in the earth, so then I got the ball at the end, and then I came up when you were talking about like it going into space and then it explodes. So it was different. So I don't know. It was like going down was I think the part that was, I don't know, maybe kind of scary. I don't know. But before that, like I enjoyed it. Yeah, I
This
enjoyed
is
it.
good, David, because on my morning, I do the Course in Miracles. On the call, they were talking about this film that's out, and it's just in certain theaters. And I think it's called Afterlife, and it's people who die and then come back to life. And in one of them, I just saw the trailer for it, and they were saying like, always these experiences aren't like this bright light, and I guess they hear music, like unbelievable music they've never heard before. So everyone had all these good stories, but they said sometimes there's a bad story in there too, and they'll be falling or something, going down, and I guess they just called to God, and boom, goes right back up. And it's kind of almost like, God has a sense of humor, playing with you, like, look, you think you're going down, but you're really going up. Just call me, just say my name, I'll show you. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm with that music, yeah. So it might have been one of those things, because we don't really die, so
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta go to sleep now. Is it 8 o'clock, 9?
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
We have to go, oh, turn black and white.
It's only 10 o'clock here.
It is 10 p.m. and we I have very small percentage left. And I wanted to just say I'm glad, David, that you came on. I've been to those dark places before, and what comes out is something beautiful. And if you
Oh,
just
good.
surrender, and you'll be held, and the hand of God will pick you up, and then you'll get messages. You'll be like, really, me? Yeah, you.
That's our interpretive dance of what he said.
Yeah, they do the interpretive dance of what I'm telling you about.
We're sent here.
Thank you.
We love you,
And,
David.
and I want to say actually being, you know, dropping down into the earth is really, really good. That was like really, really good that your spirit chose to have you be there. Because in the end, if you just ground and you stay settled in the earth, anything that's in the space can be drained out. Like the charge of it drains out. And I mean, our interpretation of good or bad comes from us. There really isn't that. There's just whether it's serving you or not. And it may be serving you later. Like, I mean, I say it's serving you or not. You know, I'm going to say everything serves you. It's just sometimes we take the scenic route. you might go north, and then if you go north enough, it eventually it's south because it's a globe, right? So thank you for sharing that. And then what I would also say is that, you know, with my meditations, I mean, perhaps with other meditations, but specifically with mine, if you feel unsettled, you can just stop. You can, you know, it's okay for you to just go as far as you feel comfortable with.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. When I get into a meditation, I try to go like so deep. I don't know. I try to get to this like realm in my mind. Like I did one meditation before. I don't know if it was a meditation or what, but this lady took me on a journey, and the way that your meditation goes, it really takes me somewhere. So yeah, I wasn't looking at it as I can't get out of this, but it was kind of like you were saying, like we get to choose what is good or bad. That's why I couldn't tell. It's like, you know, I'm not really scared of this, but it seems like it's supposed to be something scary. And I was just thinking also maybe it has to do with like this last week felt pretty heavy for me. So maybe it was like you were saying, we're just closing the loop. And
Woohoo.
yeah. So thank you a lot.
Well, and the
You're
unknown
welcome.
is going to look you know, when something's unknown until we know it, but now you know it. You know, it's going to appear weird, or maybe it's supposed to be scary, or, you know, we try to analyze it, analysis paralysis, right? So I'm guessing that now you know it. And it's just like, you know, when God made the earth and the earth was good. So the core of the earth is all goodness down there, you know. We want to go down there and mix it up. And I love how we get to bring the gold and the blue and the water. It's good.
Yeah, I'm curious, what color was everybody's water? I mean, mine is always blue. Not always, but a lot of times. Did you guys have a color, or was it clear?
Blue.
Mine was like almost like an opal. It was funny because I tried to see the water, but then when you were saying it was like at the center, like I feel like when I was going into it, like it kind of just became I almost want to say like iridescent. I don't think I actually had a color now that you're mentioning it.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And like,
And how was it when we went to the fifth chakra and there were all those words spoken and not? Did anybody, or I should say with any of the chakras, did anybody experience any kind of release or anything come up? And there doesn't have to be. I was just curious.
I think a lot of stuff probably came up for me during that today. I don't know. I bet I could talk to you for a long time about like how I felt throughout it. You know, it was interesting, but I don't want to talk the whole time. So if
Don't worry, honey, you almost never talk. I love it when you do, and we're all waiting because what you're experiencing is something that we all are experiencing too, but might not have words for it, or at some point we experienced it. Or are going to. 'Cause, you know, we're all just different facets of the same diamond, right?
yeah,
So thank you for your generosity and for sharing. And it's never that you're taking the spot from someone else. You are the one.
thank you. That's yeah. There's it's like I'm working on I guess I'm I'm going to start helping on host one of the I'm gonna help on host one of the meetings on the weekend. So I'm learning that at the same time. So now I'm like trying to work on, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. You know, there's so much that I'm working on this week. That's all, you know, to get to grow and to experience things. I don't know. I don't know why that came out.
You're up to big things. That's so great.
Yeah, leadership development.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love you, brother.
Got no choice when you're hanging out with us, dude.
But oh, I know that's like the best thing about it. It's like I like the saying, it's like if you go to the barber shop, if you hang out at the barber shop enough, you're gonna get a haircut. You know,
That's so great. I love that.
yeah. I like those old things like that, or jokes. I don't know.
Yeah, the sayings, because there's truth in it.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. That's kind of, yeah. That's a proximity thing to me, where you have to be around the right people, and then especially when you're into a meditation like yours. I don't know. When I'm in the meditation, I was like, man, I would have paid for this because you know it really does take you somewhere. That's I really work hard at being intentional with my time. So when I get to a meditation, I just want to be in a place. And it'd be nice. I don't usually get there, you know, in the morning because I don't take myself on that journey with anything, but I need to focus on how to do that at the same time, you know, without even being in a group to be able to put myself in that. It's a mindfulness state that I enjoy. And I want more of that in my life, you know, like when people talk about things that I enjoy being in that place of, I don't know, energy. It's not, I don't know. It gives me like a high. I don't know, some kind of thing like that.
I love that. And thank you, David. And actually, I do usually get paid for these meditations. So it's very appropriate that you would want to. So thank you. And it's my gift. It's my contribution back for all the gifts that I get from all of you and from being in this space. Um and it's and what I would say to, you know, and I don't know if this resonates, but it's like the frequency, like you're tapping into that radio station where things happen. And you are welcome. You are at that radio station. J9 MSP.
Hmm.
WMSP.
I gotta go, but I appreciate all of you. Have a great night.
You
And
too.
you have a good night. So Sammy, I think you're recording this, honey, still.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording because I'm gonna go back to my dad.
Great. It's so nice that you're spending time with him. My mom's having her heart thing tomorrow.
سلامتها.
Allah Sadmak. See how that all plays out.
Be praying for her.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, all the sisters are kind of coming together, and my brother too, to just make sure that we'll FaceTime her in the morning, and she says that she's feeling fine, and just in that open space.
Yeah.
So set your intentions for the full moon tonight. And
Will
if you have
do.
any crystals, you can leave them out and they'll get activated and cleared,
Thank you. I'll tell Pam as well.
energized by the moon. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll see you guys in the morning. My phone, for the first time in I don't know how long, that I had unplugged, like somehow it was connected to the charger, but the charger wasn't connected to the plug thing. And so then I was like, oh wow, it's daytime, but my alarm didn't go off. And that was because my phone was completely dead. I thought, oh, I guess I must have needed to sleep. So I missed the meditation this morning. But I will see you guys in the morning.
Love you both.
Inshallah. Love you
Thank you.
both. Bye.
Night.